Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it's not for you. Thank you guys for all the support, all the views, all the comments on these pits you've been doing lately. It really helps out. I like communicating with you guys, and like most of you have come at me very civilly, so I answer back civilly. Come at me sideways, probably just nuke your comment, or leave it up there for people to see that, I'm trying to be fair and you're being what my wife would call a pill. But anyway, so let's hop in. Topic of today's pit. Ignore the obvious. This is already been a week, since Trump got shot, and I'm over it. I'm over the videos. I'm over the theories. I'm over all of it. Like the latest one. If there was the water tower, they say there was a shooter on top. Well, it's a blurb. And if you look at the size of the officers on the roof of the building next to the size of that blurb, if that blurb were a human, he'd have to be about 7 foot tall, because the cops look about this big and he looks about that big behind that water tower. I think it's maybe a cloud went by. It's an optical illusion of some kind. I doubt highly and very seriously that there was anybody up there shooting, because if there was, he would have had a good shot on Trump, way better than the Thomas Crooks guy, and for him to have hit Trump from the water tower, the bullet would have had to went down, curved around, and then came back and hit him in the ear, and that would be a magic bullet. Which brings me to my next point on this. It's been 61 years since 61 years since they assassinated Kennedy, and we are no closer today than we were on November 22nd, 1963, about knowing exactly what happened. They did put out the Warren report, but that just left more questions than answers. Now, there's a lot of, I like a good conspiracy like everybody else, but they have the sound analysis. That's another point I wanted to make. It hasn't concluded one way or the other. As a matter of fact, they had a sniper talking about the sound analysis, and he kind of broke it down where, the first one was Thomas Crooks, second one was the CS, the counter sniper, and the third shot that he said, most likely from another counter sniper with maybe a suppressor on his gun. When you add suppressors and silencers, or you don't, it affects the sound. It affects all kinds of things. So that hasn't, and it never will be proved or disproved. That's the point. This whole thing is like, people are hitting me up on comments, which I don't mind. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, what about this? I'm not an expert on this, nor have I ever claimed to be. This is, in my opinion, I'd like to think, a common sense talk show kind of thing. At the least, anyways. This is a little off the topic, but it kind of sums up what's going on here. I used to watch MASH a lot when I was a kid, and there's an episode of MASH where BJ and Hawkeye get into a prank war. So Hawkeye gets a good one on BJ, and BJ's like, "Watch your back, I'm coming for you." And the entire episode is Hawkeye losing his mind, worried about when the retaliational prank is coming. And he's checking under his bed, he's checking in the locker, he's just losing his mind over it. And then at some point BJ says, "Gotcha. The prank is there is no prank." So, that's what I kind of think's going on here. The obvious answer is the obvious answer. He was working by himself. He just got ignored, got lucky. I don't know. I mean, maybe he had help, like I said, who knows. But, as far as multiple shooters and sound analysis, I'm not really buying that too much. The guy on the tower, not really putting much stock in that either. My wife told me that she saw a clip where they said that there was a window below where the shooter was perched. Perhaps shots came from there. But the Secret Service lady that should be resigning soon said they had agents in that building. They just couldn't put them on the roof because it was sloped. But the one that was the two snipers behind Trump that were speaking were on a roof that looked like that versus that. You know what I mean? So that's just a BS answer right there. Drop comments. Let me know what you think. Your opinion really matters to me, and it helps the show move along. I think, this whole thing has now become a sugar honey iced tea show. There is expert after expert after expert after expert all across the YouTube thread, and every one of them saying something different. And when I get comments from you guys, a lot of you guys, everybody's got their own opinion, and that's fine. That's what I want. Leave me your comments. Let me know. But this is my opinion on it. I think it was a one-man job, just like Lee Harvey Oswald. They said he couldn't pull off 3 shots in that amount of time. Mythbusters proved that he could. But we'll never really, really, really know. It's just that simple. It's been, like I said, 61 years. We still aren't any closer to knowing what happened to Kennedy as we were that day that it happened. Same thing with this. And another good point that was brought to me is everybody's playing this down and whatever because he wasn't seriously hurt. Like if it blew part of his cheek off or if it blew the side of his head off or something. The man was shot in the head. I don't care if it clipped his ear or hit him in the eye and took the entire side off. He was hit. And bullets don't tickle, so there's no nice way to do that. And Trump was in on it. Okay, he trusted somebody enough just to clip his ear. What about the person that lost her life in the crowd? Some people would say, well, Trump don't care about them. You don't care about anybody. No, that's not how he rolls. And you'll see in the upcoming months exactly what happens with this. So anyways, drop comments. Let me know what you think. I'll keep it short and concise today. I'm not trying to make anybody mad or anything, just letting you know how I feel about it. I think it was, let's not ignore the obvious. And the obvious is the kid, I think, the obvious thing is the kid shot him, got took out, end of story, and conspiracies are born. I mean, like weeds in your perfect grass, I guess, or something like that. So anyway, stay vigilant, America. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look behind you. And, don't fall for everything. You got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Remember that. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look behind you. Don't let them blow the smoke. You know what I mean? So God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, be safe, be healthy. Call someone you love. Go give someone you love a hug. Tomorrow's not promised. God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in, even when things like this go down, because thank God we have 37,000 experts on YouTube to explain this to us because, us normal people just can't figure it out on our own, I guess. So anyway, I'll be back should YouTube allow it. So until then, stay tuned, you guys. You rock. Stay to the end. You really rock. Appreciate all of you guys, and catch you next time. Thank you.